Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of Let's Play EVE Online with Min. I am Min. So, in the last episode, we were told to request another mission to get new missions with new agents to cover new material. So we will do that here in a second. Actually, right now, because I've welcomed you back. So we need to transport goods. We are going to this location, the drop-off location. Taking some clearance documents. I have plenty of cargo space for that. I'm going to get another 500 ISK. That'll be nice. Let's go ahead and accept. Check down here to see what this tutorial has to say. So these are called courier missions. They'll have a pickup, a drop-off location, and an item type. Basically, you just take the items from one location to the other. Sometimes you have to go retrieve them from somewhere and bring them back to the agent. Sometimes you have to go get them from somewhere and bring them to somewhere other than where you started the mission from. So go ahead and close this. Let's get the clearance documents. So go to your item hanger, click and drag the clearance documents, which look suspiciously like everything else. If you're not sure which clearance document to bring, why not bring both? Why not? So we want to go to the drop-off location. I would use the autopilot in a lot of cases. However, it's a lot slower than just warping to 0 and jumping through. So, for the sake of you having to watch it and me not knowing how to use my video editing software really to speed up this part of the video, I'm just going to do this manually. If you want to test out autopilot, hey, start a trial, set your destination, click on this A down here to turn it on, and find something good to watch on TV, I guess. Or read through these tutorials. So avoiding death, that is a good thing. So this is more about the medical clones and things that I was referring to in the first episode. This is encouraging you to find a player corporation. I encourage you to find a player corporation with either friends that you actually know in real life who play the game, or perhaps find strangers and determine whether or not you feel you can trust them. Some people are trustworthy in this game. Surprise, surprise, there are friendly people on the internet. There are also people who act friendly, so be careful. But don't be so risk averse that you stay in this beginning NPC corporation and only play this game alone, because that is the most boring and awful way to play this game, and you won't make it very long. Well, some people do, but you'll probably have a lot more fun playing with other people. So if you like the game and you don't want to play with strangers, then tell your friends about it. Get them excited. This is some information about training skills for items. I think this part of the tutorial is timed to last as long as the autopilot takes to move these few jumps. Once you arrive, locate the target station. You should have a yellow box. So it'll be one of these, but yellow. Kind of like the yellow of this gate. So we'll dock and turn in the mission. There's only one station. That makes this easy. If you're wondering why some people are green and some other ships are not, the green ones are in my corporation. It's an easy way to recognize your corp mates. If that background is red, it means the person is a general criminal. If it's red and flashing, it means that they've probably declared war on your corporation. This can only happen with player-owned corporations. You will never be in war if you're in an NPC corporation. So there's a lot of people doing this mission with me. Or at least they're here for something. So here, there are a lot of agents. Let's go ahead and start a conversation. Complete the current mission. And then close. So now it's time to get into some fun new coursework. We're beginning a journey, and it should be fun. Congratulations, we've now finished the basic tutorial for EVE Online, and we can now begin talking to some of these agents and seeing what it is they can teach us. A few quick notes: if you ever get confused about where you've been before, you can click on this Assets tab, and it'll bring up a menu showing you where everything you own is. So you can see I still have a civilian shield booster. In that other system where we started, I am now here. You can see my ship. I can drag this into items, and in a few seconds it'll pop up over here again. With just a little bit of lag. Alright, so let's get back to these missions. Exploration, industry, military, advanced military. So we should probably do military before advanced military. Business, interesting. Alright, well, these are in an order for a reason. Maybe. One can hope. Let's check out business. Pilots and masters. So we can talk to Hakaris Ihora. right here at the State War Academy. Alright, so we'll right click, start conversation, important information. If you decline or fail a mission for an agent, she might become disappointed. You will lose standings. So let's say, oops, I didn't want to never see that option again. You can hit escape, go through this menu, go to your reset settings. You can see you can reset the agent mission, offer warnings. The next time I start a conversation with an agent, I'll get that same warning again. You can also see I've already disabled the confirm quit game option. There are a bunch of defaults you can reset to if you ever accidentally mess anything up or feel like you're missing something that should be on your screen. Occasionally, windows can be difficult to find. And then you can reset tutorials. Certainly not going to do that right now. So, we need to transport goods from current location to a different location. We'll be taking data sheets. We will receive 44,000 disk, which is a lot more than I have right now, so that's good. Bonus, 55,000 if I complete my mission within 1 hour and 18 minutes, or effectively 4 episodes worth of material. I think we can finish this mission in that time. Collateral is 154.53 disk. So just like collateral in real life, I give that to them now. I'll get it back when I finish the mission. So we'll go ahead and accept. We'll see this part 1 of 10. We'll close that. We can minimize this in case I want to come back to it later. And we'll grab the data sheets. Put that back in my item hanger. Alright. And you can see these are flashing because we got paid for our last mission. So as you can see, just under 8,000 disk now. So getting almost 99,000 more disk will certainly be an improvement to my wallet at this point. One interesting thing about Eve that's worth noting at this time is that there is an item in game. I'll show it to you on the market right now. It is dubbed a Plex. You can find it under Trade Goods. Here's a 30-day pilot license extension. This item, if you own one, will give you 30 days worth of game time. As you can see, they're expensive. At the moment, they're ranging in the just around 600 to 610 million ISK. So a ways to go before I can afford one with this character. You can also buy these for about 15 or 16 US dollars each if you buy 2 or more. And you can sell them on the market for ISK. It's CCP sponsored and completely allowed. And it can be a good way to get more ISK in game if you need it. They usually sell fairly quickly, especially in trade hubs. You can put them in your cargo hold and fly around with them, but be careful because people have modules that allow them to see into your cargo hold and they will try to blow up your ship to take it. Sometimes, however, the joke is on them because there's a random chance that items in your cargo hold will drop. It is a different random chance for each stack of items. So as you can see here, I have a stack of ammo and a stack of data sheets. If someone were to blow me up, there's about a 50% chance for each of those that they would be left in a wreck floating in space where my ship had previously been. It's possible neither of them will be there. It's possible both of them will be there. So here's our agent of interest. We're going to leave this warning disabled for now. We're going to set our destination back to where they are. I'll show you why in a second. Complete the mission. I should now have 99,000 disc more, plus my collateral, than I did just a second ago. And indeed, I do. You can load your wallet to be sure. NPCs never gyp you. Players might try to scam you, so be careful. But they don't offer missions. So the reason we set our destination back is because if I go to request mission, I'll be told, never mind. I won't be told that I can't do it from here. Huh. Well, I will be told that I need to go here. Find whatever remains of the ship. Use a salvaging module that they gave me to retrieve the item. I should have a salvager here. I don't. So the salvager must be back in the other station. So I'm going to leave these windows up. And I am going to set my destination there. And go get that salvager. Because my reward will be a new ship, a Bantam. See? You show info. You can view it in several different ways. You get this magnifying glass. I can get a better 3D look. So if I angle it right like that, you can see that it is indeed the same ship from the fitting icon there. With that arm that sticks out. Right, so let's head back, grab that salvager, resize that column in a minute, and get this party started. Well, continued for 2 of 10. You may have heard my keyboard clicking there because I just clicked and hit D. It's what I usually do in high sec where things are safe when I'm not at war or carrying anything expensive. So in other words, during this tutorial. It is worth noting that when you are on autopilot, as I mentioned, it doesn't take you right to the gate and warp you through. So if you are carrying something expensive, like say you buy some Plex right away because you want millions and millions of ISK from the get-go, even though you might not know what to spend it on yet, or maybe you will because you've watched all my tutorial videos. Regardless, don't fly around with that in your cargo hold on autopilot. There's a good chance someone will blow you up to try to get it. High sec is the safest, but massive finger quote around safe. It just means that there's minor consequences for whoever is doing what they're doing to you, but it doesn't mean they can't. The only time you're invulnerable is while you're in warp, but even then, as soon as you finish warp, you're vulnerable again. And right when you get out of stations and through stargates for a few seconds or until you do anything.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, so I should have a salvager here. Perhaps I need to read things more closely. Accept. Now I have a salvager. Will fit. Civilian salvager, so I won't need it. Civilian modules, Civilian modules do not require skill training. There is a salvaging skill to train in order to use Salvager 1 or a Tech 2 Salvager, etc. So now we're going to set our destination. You can check these ship restrictions. You see some of the different ship types you can use. I wouldn't recommend a shuttle for this mission or pretty much any other mission because you cannot fight weapons and they have a very small cargo hold. So only certain courier missions maybe they're useful. They are very useful for getting around fast. They are very fast little ships. But you certainly wouldn't want to use it for a combat mission. So let's go salvage some stuff. Alright, so what I should have shown you when I undocked there, my ship was moving faster than its actual max velocity. That happens when you undock, and for about 20 seconds, as long as you don't click anything, you don't change direction, you don't warp, you don't activate any modules. Hey, look, it's Salvager. You will be invulnerable. People can't target you. It gives you a split second, well, a few seconds actually, to look at your surroundings, check and see if there's any threats around. Etc. Somehow, yeah. I could have sworn we were done with this. So anyway, one more jump to get here. Jump. Alright, again, you can see Eve, very pretty. So much better looking than so many other video games. It is $15 a month if you pay month by month. You also pay for 3 months, 6 months, or a year at a time. It gets cheaper per month the longer you pay for. So if you really fall in love with the game, go ahead and pay for more than a month at a time. It will auto charge whatever payment device you have selected, credit card, etc. When your subscription ends, so keep an eye on it. For example, if you tell it you want to pay if you pay for a month and at the end of your month you decide you don't like it, it will keep charging you unless you go in and cancel your subscription. Once you've canceled the subscription, you still have the remainder of whatever game time you've paid for. It just won't recharge your payment method at the end of your subscription time. Your character will stay available to be reactivated. I don't know if they've ever actually deleted any canceled subscriptions, but they say, I believe it's 6 to 9 months that they'll keep record of your character if you won't decide to come back to the game. So if for some reason you're worried about not being able to play consistently enough for this game to be worth it, This way it's around inactivity. I've had accounts that have been canceled for longer than 6 months that have reactivated. I've also talked friends into playing again who have been inactive for more than a year, who have been able to get back into their characters without any hassle. No, hey, can you try to find the record of my character type of emails? Just, they paid for a month, they're activated with the Plex, and they're right back where they left off. So, alright. So let's expand this a little bit and have a look at some of these things. I'm going to want to approach that. He's probably going to shoot at me, so I should block that. In order to use a salvager, I'll need to be locked onto that as well. As you can see, I can add columns here. You can go to your overview settings. Here you can change a lot of things, like what shows up, what icons. Here's all the different types of asteroids. You can select all, deselect everything. You can see NPCs that are selected, planet, ships, stations, structures, etc. You can change up the appearance. You can add columns. For example, now that I'm being shot at, I should probably shoot back. You can accidentally destroy these, so possibly not in this mission, but in other missions, so be careful with what you shoot at. Go ahead and activate our salvager on this. It has a random chance of salvaging every cycle. Alright, so back to here. Things we want to see. I want to see velocity and transversal. These have to do with your tracking. I need to see size. Don't need to worry about militia or faction too much right now. Don't need to worry too much about what corporation they're in, or any tags. So I think we're good there. You can check off what kind of ships or information you want to see, brackets, names, etc. Miscellaneous. Overview, you can add different overview pages. So when I clicked up here, you can see load default. You can also make your own. So you can say load asteroids, and it'll only be asteroids, nothing else. So you can use that. I'm going to open this up, boot all. But oh no, I don't remember how to get back. Whatever shall I do? Well, you just go to your journal, read details, set destination. So there you go. If you ever forget, there's lots of ways to do that. Another way is that I know I owned items there, so I could go to my assets, right-click set destination. If I know a specific item I have in a specific place, or I want to find an item I know I own, you can search for it. That can be very useful. I'm sure the tutorial could have told me where it was as well. So let's see what kind of things people are talking about. Racist remarks on other nations. I wonder who they're talking about. Possibly someone in game. Who knows? Might not even be related. In any event, so let's see. I'm going to choose this person at random and hope this doesn't backfire on me. So you can see some descriptions about people. A good thing you can check if you're worried about someone is to check their employment history. This way you can find their date of birth. It'll be the first corporation they joined, since you put an NPC corporation right away. That'll give you an idea of how old the player is, so you know what kind of things you're going up against. Like this person started about the same time I did. So I don't have to worry about them showing up in a battleship. They might be in a cruiser by now. Probably not in a battleship. I certainly don't have to worry about them being anything bigger than that. There's a bio. You can create your own and people can see it. Just to be safe, not going to look at that person's. Since if somebody puts offensive material in their bio, you can petition to CCP, the company that makes this game, that you find whatever it is offensive, and they'll look into it and instruct the player to remove it or change it for them, depending on what it is. Another easy way to tell how old someone is, or at least if they're brand new, is that their portrait won't show up because the system just for chats with lots of people in it, only the people that have spoken in the chat channel lately will show up here in the side. Not everyone that's in it, so you can see 631 people in the chat channel. 5 people have talked recently. We'll go here. You can see rookie help. So if you click and drag someone's name, you can link it, and we'll just tell this guy, click on Assets tab on the left. See? That was helpful. Use a TY, which is shorthand for thank you if you didn't know that. And it'll just be nice and polite there. Alright, so let's check out this guy and complete our mission. Complete. Hooray! So I now have a Bantam and another 143,000 disc. Because I definitely finished that within 3 hours and 17 minutes. So let's check out the new digs real quick and we'll call it an episode. Ships. Bantam. So when you get a new ship, you want to right click, go to Assemble Ship. That will prepare it so that you can use it. Then you right click and go to Make Active. Maybe one day they'll make Assemble Ship and Make Active into a feature where you can just do it all in one. So now I can check out the cargo hold, I can leave the ship, I can change the name. Instead of YouTube Sensations Bantam, but there's not enough room for that. We're just going to call it My Bantam. Just because I can. We can check out some information on the fitting. We got 2 high slots, 2 turret hardpoints, no missile launcher hardpoints, 2 medium slots, 2 low slots. They're not too much different than my current ship, except it has 3 rig slots. Down here you can see I get 5 cubic meters for a drone, I get 270 cubic meters of cargo hold, 180 CPU, 18 power grid, 590 effective hit points. So right off the bat I have an extra 19 hit points over the other ship, so that's cool. 18 I suppose. Other things you can do, you can check out show info. Here's the prerequisites which I meet. You can see some recommended certificates. These are groups of skills to train that are recommended for piloting the ship. Here's again the fitting information I just went through. attributes, so a lot of it is more fitting information, shields, etc. Maximum targeting range, maximum number of locked targets, speed, warp speed, that kind of thing. And then on this tab, one of the most important pieces of information, your ship training skill bonuses. So for every level of Caldari frigate, I will get a 5% bonus to cargo capacity and a 20% bonus to mining laser yield per level. In a few weeks, those bonuses will change, and I will have bonuses to shield repair amount and capacitor recharge for remote energy transfers. I also get a roll bonus, 60% less mining laser capacity. So that does not change for any skill, because it's a roll bonus. But for this, I can technically get up to a 25% bonus to my cargo capacity and a 100% bonus to mining laser yield. So I can double mining laser yield. So there we go. Thank you for joining me for this episode of my Let's Play. I'm Min. Again, you can find me here in the PodSide channel or the WTFWIT Podcast Public channel. That's the name of the channel. You might even see me here for a little while in Rookie Help or Corp Chat, or maybe in local, flying by. So thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll do more later. Fly safe.